Hello. Hey. Oh, let me find me. Can never know if I'm on my page. Alright, here I am. Get me up. How you doing? Cut this down. I think I got it. Oh. Got a different angle. Trying the same angle I had last week. But instead of the camera being turned where it keeps things from being backwards, today things will be backwards, but at least I can see things live as they are at the moment. Helps me when I'm moving things around so I can see if I can see y'all. So how are you today? Oh my God, it's Friday. Oh, so happy. Went to work yesterday. I was putting my keys in the my office door, and I was like, it feels like it should be Friday. Now, I don't know if it really felt like a Friday or I just wanted it to be a Friday, because I was just like, oof, that was a long week. We've been just so busy at work. I mean, that's a good thing, but oof, wears you out the end of the week. I am so glad it's Friday. So, what's everybody up to? Got big plans? This heat, we finally got summer. It's been hot. Thought it was going to rain today. It was thundering. Oh, it was so loud. But it didn't produce anything. Just more heat. Had like a little bit of wind for like 10 minutes. And you're thinking, oh, there's going to be some relief. None. None at all. Nope. So, tonight I am working on an order. And I hadn't been on live all week, so I thought I would just make this on live. I was going to do it last night, but I was finishing up another order last night, and I thought I was going to have time, but I had to kind of run around and find a few little things that I needed, and it just, I think it was like 9:30 came up, and I was just like, oh, I'm so tired. I was way too tired to get on here last night. I mean, maybe I would have been alright when I did it, but I was looking pretty tired. I was looking like I was worn out. So what I'm making tonight is a wooden plank sign, and it's going to have Home Sweet Home written on it. And then I'm going to paint this mason jar and attach it to the sign. Now, I've never made one. I don't even know if I've ever painted a mason jar before. So I wasn't sure how well it would stick to glass. I know chalk paint's supposed to stick to anything, and I assume that it will, but just to be on the safe side, I went ahead and sprayed some like hot Mod Podge. I sprayed that on it, and it feels like it's nice and dry. I mean, I just sprayed it probably like 15 minutes ago, and it already feels dry. So now when I start putting wet paint on it, I don't know if it's going to start washing it off. I don't really know, but I think it will help because it kind of doesn't feel as slick as glass. I'm hoping it'll stick really well. So, what I need to do first is put this together. So what I have is 2 3.5 by 16 inches. This is a 2.5, and this is a 3.5 width-wise. And the reason I wanted a plank, and the reason I've got these in different sizes is one was to keep in the board to a certain size. Plus, I'm going to do some stenciling on it, and I wanted the letters to fall within the planks. So I'll have home, and then I'll have sweet, and then I'll have home, and then I'm going to attach this onto the board as such. And then give it a some twine around it after it's painted and decorated. And then I'll have a rope hanger. I don't know how I'm going to hang that rope hanger yet, because it's kind of a thick one. You know, maybe I should have got some eyelets to stick in there. Might have to just put that on after the live. I'll just like lay it there so you can see what it looks like. So, what I need to do first is let's get this board together. Stand up so I can do better when I stand up. So I'm just going to flip these over. And the reason is I want the back part, this to be the back. Alright. And I'm going to, and these are just 9.5. So this is 9.5 inches tall when it's put together. So I'm just going to do the, I can't see my comments. So I'm just going to do my 9.5 inches right even. And this was some of my refurbished wood that it was really thick, and I just cut it down the center just to make it thinner. It makes it, you know, just lighter and easy to work with. So I'm just going to put these on the back to hold these planks together. Got a little bit of a bow going on, so I'm going to have to, hang on a minute, let me see if I can get this bow out. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't have a gap in it, so I'm going to have that about this far. I think I'm going to want it to about right there. That looks good. Okay. Glue gun should be hot. And do I have any more? Hang on, let me get some more wood glue. I love this wood glue. It's hard to find. I mean, you'd think that Lowe's would have it when I go. No. I have to order it online all the time. So I'm just going to squirt it on. Go in there. There we go. Now this is not really to hold it. This is just to get so it's in place for me. So when I nail it down with the nail gun, I just want it to be in place real good. See a little bit of glue right here sliding out. I know it's the back, but I still want the back to look nice as the front, you know. I want it to look pretty. Okay, so that will hold that one down there. So now, oops. This side. Alright. There we go. One. This wood glue is really pretty strong. And it will it almost probably would hold this wood with no problem, but I don't want to take any chances. Okay, so now I'm going to take my nail gun. Is it on? Oh, I don't have it plugged in. For safety reasons, don't plug it in until you need it. I have grandkids, so I don't like to leave certain things out. Well, the light's not on. How come that one didn't go in all the way? I have to press it, make it sink. Sometimes it doesn't want to go all the way down. I love this gun though. Gosh, this thing is nice. If y'all, okay, I see some in the room, but if y'all are commenting, my comments are delayed. So as soon as they pop up, I'll reply to them. I need to get a hammer to hammer this one in that's sticking up. Hang on 1 second. Oh, let me reach this. Just so I can get this one in place. Woo! These little boogers are sharp. The edges on them. I don't want nobody slice their finger on it. They wouldn't be very happy with me if they did that. Okay, so that's good. Alright. If y'all were commenting, oh, here we go. Hi. Hi, Linda. How are you doing? There we go. Now my comments are coming up. How you doing? I'm making, tonight, I'll just recap what I'm doing. I'm making a wooden plank sign. It's going to have Home Sweet Home. And then I'm going to paint this mason jar. And then I'm going to put a hook on it. And then I'll put a wire on this. And I'm going to hook this on here. The customer wants to put, like, on her porch. She's going to hang this on her porch. And she wants to put, like, either just flowers from her yard to decorate it. She first wanted me to make this little burlap flowers to go in the jar that would stay on it all the time. But she decided, no, I think I'll just put my own flowers in it. So I thought that was really a cute idea. So, alright, so what I have here is a 9.5 by 16. These are 3 planked woods. This is a 3.5 by 16. This is a 2.5 and a 3.5. The reason I made them different sizes is because the stencils that I made, they're going to be, these are a little bit taller. And then this is going to be a little bit smaller for the sweet. And then this will be for the other home down here. So I wanted to have different sizes. And if I put the plank too wide, it would look kind of odd with this little bitty letter right there. Okay. So now, get that out of the way. I want to go ahead and paint this. I'm using a chalk paint. I guess y'all got a good view. I hope y'all like this particular view. I think it was better than the other way, because at least you got a more of an overview. And I apologize, when I do go to stencil, it's going to be, the letters are going to be backwards. And again, that's because when I turn the camera so that y'all can read it, and it's not backwards, I can't see anything on the phone. I can't see the camera, and then because it's delayed over here on my iPad, it makes it hard for me when I have to sit and wait for to see what the results look like. You know, see how it looks, to make sure that y'all can see it. Or all right. Okay. So I'm gonna do. This is going to be a white base on the bottom, and then black lettering. Let's see, brush. Brush. Hang on. This brush is just falling. The bristles are coming out. Let me get this one. I like that little brush. I like the bristle strokes that it leaves in the chalk paint. Gives it just a really nice texture. But I don't think we want bristles in the paint for the texture. I don't think that's a good thing. Have hairy paint. That will not look good. coat on this. And it's just going to be rustic. I'm going to probably not be so heavy on the edges, but when I go back to where I'm putting the letters, I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. It makes it easier when you go to sand it. There's not so much as paint the sand, because this plaster is can be a lot when you go to sand it. I can get to the sides. Almost 4th of July, y'all. Half a year already gone. 2019 halfway gone. Can y'all believe how fast? I just can't get over it. And look forward to the 4th of July. I mean, just to have an extra day off. I have a long 3-day weekend. Hi, Lily. How are you? I think I can see. It's not popping up on my iPad like it should. You know, something's changed with Facebook. The comments used to stay on the screen. Now they are actually staying on the screen up there on that phone. So, but they'll pop on the iPad. They'll be there, and now see they just disappeared. So I have to always keep touching it. And then when I touch it, it makes my screen go kind of dark. I don't know what's happened with it. And it used to be if I turned it sideways, my iPad sideways, it would show a big wide screen. Now it doesn't even do that anymore. Good. Yeah, so I'm just glad it's the weekend. I've just had a busy week. And the week is just wearing me out and taking all my crafting energy away. And I'm like, I need my crafting energy on the weekend. What I'm doing tonight is I'm making a sign that's going to have it's going to have Home Sweet Home written on it. I'll have Home Sweet Home. And then I'm going to paint this mason jar. And I'm probably going to paint it like a beige color. And put some twine on it. And then I'm going to put a wire on it and put a hook on the sign so this can hang on it. The customer who ordered the sign, she was going to use this and she wanted me to make some burlap flowers to put in it. But then she changed her mind. She goes, no, I've got lots of flowers growing in my yard, so I just want to put my own flowers in it and put it on my porch. And I thought, well, that'll be a cute idea to do that. But so I'll paint that and decorate it. And then, now I've never made one where you attach it to a sign. So I'm going to be winging it. I think I can figure it out. Yeah, I can. I'm intuitive.
You're what?
I'm smart. My husband's picking on me. So what I got now, so this is a 9.5 by 16-inch board. It's 3 boards. And I've got a 3.5, a 2.5, and a 3.5. And the reason I made the planks different sizes is because the lettering that I'm going to put on it is going to kind of fit in each one of those little planks. And I didn't want the letters to run over into cracks when I do them. Alright, so that's one coat on there. And let me look at the back. Let's see how it's looking. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. Not sure how many coats I was going to need on it because this wood is kind of blonde, so I didn't know how it's going to look. So I think I'll need. So now when I do this jar, I'm going to have to make it a little bit of a creamy, so I'm going to have to mix up a color. Let me get me a little plate. Wow, this, let me grab this, let me grab me a little plate. And some brown. So how are you, Lily? Do you craft? Are you a crafter? I'm just going to put a little bit of paint, white paint on here. And what I did, because I think I've done a mason jar before, I'm not sure. Thank you, Lily. And but I'm not sure if was supposed to spray this. What I did, because I didn't know. I know chalk paint is supposed to stick to everything. It's supposed to. But this is glass. So what I did is, so what I did was I put Mod Podge on it to maybe keep it from being too slick. You try. What kind of crafting do you like to do? I just kind of do this and that, kind of like what I'm in the mood for, or what I'm capable of. But I like doing different kinds of things. So I'm just going to mix a little bit of brown, and I don't know if I'm going to need any yellow. I might need some yellow in here too. I don't know, because I want to try to make a creamy color, and this is not a creamy color. Definitely not a creamy color. Let me get some more. I need a spoon. I need a spoon, and I think I need a little bit. I don't know if I need orange. I'm going to get some more paint. I don't know if I need a little bit of orange or a little bit of yellow to get this creamy. Probably a little yellow. I'm having to look up here and this and that. Yeah, that's how I do. You know, I'll get on the kick and I want to make wreaths, and then I'll want to do signs, and then I want to do a project in my house, or I got a big old project gonna be going on soon. You know, my craft room used to be like the perfect size to do crafts in before I started a business. I had plenty of room. I mean, everything's organized in here, but it's really tight now. But before, it was all organized and easy to move around. I didn't have to have such a big table. But then once I went business, I think my walls shrunk in here. I don't know what happened. So now I'm going to be moving into the basement. The dungeon. I mean, it's not... It needs a facelift so bad in the room that I'm going to go in. Haven't figured out wreaths yet. Wreaths are easy. I think the grapevine wreaths are harder. Sort of. You know, just placement and stuff. But just play with it. And there's so many tutorials out there. There's so many live videos to watch to make them, and they're actually, ouch, I can't get this open. They're fun to I love making the wreaths because I find it to be so relaxing. There's something about it when I make them. It's just relaxing. I don't know what it is. I guess if you can do it, you can just sit down and reach everything normally. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this creamy color. But I don't want it yellow. What color is that? Can you see this color? It's kind of like a... I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know how pretty it'll... Where's my burlap that's going on? Yeah. I think it needs to be lighter. Well, I'm going to break in my brand new apron that my daughter and her boys gave me for Mother's Day. So I guess I'm going to get paint on it today. I didn't want to get it dirty. But I guess you're supposed to get your aprons dirty. Just want to get this the right color. I want it to be, of course, darker so it shows up on this white. But I didn't know if I really wanted it like that camel creamy color, because I don't know if I want. Uh-oh, look. Well, I christened it. So this might, I think I kind of like this color better. Because it's, I think it's pretty. It's a richer color, like more earthy. Alright, I'm going to give this a try. And then after I put this on, that might not be dark enough. I'll put another load of paint on that and it might show up better. Because see how it shows up on this white paper plate? I think it will show up better. Oh, this is going on really good. It's not really dragging like I thought it would. And I guess because I put that Mod Podge on. Oh, it's nice. I was surprised how well it's clinging to it. I don't know if I need to paint the bottom. I guess so. But how am I gonna? I gotta stand it up. Oh, this is going on good. Now I am gonna stand it, so I guess I don't need to cover it completely. I don't know if you can see. It's just a few lines in it. Not bad. It covered it really well, that one coat. Sponge is better. Just like dabbing it on, it will wash. Oh, this will wash. Now, should I just dab it on like you're doing a... It's delayed. I got a sponge. I have this kind of sponge. A funky sponge. First time viewer, what kind of paint? It's chalk paint. I mixed just some normal apple barrel paint from Walmart. I mixed it in some white chalk paint, and I was just trying to get a little creamy base going here, creamy color. Just dab it on. Okay. Oh, well, maybe I should use what do you call these things? Oh God, I can't think of the word. Oh, okay, so I could just do that. Like that. Oh, look at there. It's really covering it up really well. Great idea. Thank you. Hey, look how nice it's covering. That looks pretty. It's got texture when you do it. Yeah, it does. It does. I love the texture. Oh, and it looks so much thicker. Thank you. Learn something every time I come on here. That's why I love when people are on here watching, because they give you such good advice. Now, are y'all from Virginia? I'm from Virginia. Are y'all from Virginia or are y'all from out of state? Oh, I got white on it. Really? Really, really? I don't know how much to put on here, how quick it'll dry. Gotta cover the white up. I don't want the white to show. But I do like this color. Oh, it's pretty. Here lately, I've been making all these different things for people. And Kentucky. Oh, I was in Kentucky last year when I went to the crafters convention. I went through Kentucky. I'm going to let the sides dry before I do the bottom, because I'm afraid the bottom will get stuck. And then I'll have to do the top. This looks so nice. I love that. Does doesn't take much to make me happy. Now I just gotta do this up here. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Look here. Isn't that pretty? You like this color? It's finally got summertime here. It's been hot. Today it was, you could hear the thunder, and I had to run out and run an errand when I was at work. And you could see the lightning in the sky, and it got really cloudy, but it never did rain. We really need the rain to cool it down a little bit, because it is just miserable hot. You know, our weather has been really weird. Last year we had a mild winter, and we kind of like, last year we went from summer almost like straight to winter, and then the winter drug on and on and on and on, and then we had 1 week of spring, and then boom, summer came. It's just been a very weird time. You didn't know what to wear to work, because it was cold in the morning. I mean, it would get really cold at night. It was like double the temperatures by the afternoon. It was the craziest thing. I think I just mixed up enough paint, because you know what? If I have to try to mix these colors together to match this again, I don't think I'll be able to. I know I don't have to cover it all the way, because I'm going to sand it a little bit, but first, I might not want to sand it. It might be really pretty the way it is, not sanded. I'll wait till it dries and look at it really closely and see what it needs. It might need it. I like that. I like this color. Okay. Where am I going to put it, y'all? I need a board. Let me grab this board. I don't want it to stick to the paper, to the table. That would not be good. That wouldn't be cool. Have newspapers stuck to the bottom of it. There we go. Alright. So I think I'm good on that one. Y'all, this table is like 6 feet long. And it is just not big enough. I say that, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Can't make it grow. Gotta get this one back. Alright. Just came through Virginia, heading to Tennessee. Oh. Yeah, when I went to the Crafters Convention last year, we went through 6 states. And Tennessee, on our way back from Illinois, I don't know what interstate we were on. I can't remember. But when it kind of forks off, and one way is a different route, and then going off to the left, to the right, it takes you to Tennessee. And so it was like the last minute, I told my daughter, I said, let's take a detour. Let's go home a different way. So we went to Nashville and spent the night in Nashville before we came back. So that was fun. Trying to think if it was Kentucky that I was in. I was trying to think if you've been on here before. Maybe you was on here before when I was talking about Kentucky one time. How, I don't know what interstate we were on. I can't remember the name. But it seemed like we just drove and drove and drove and drove, and I was like, where are the people's houses at? It was like we was lots of farm or estates or something, big, lots of land, and like almost like cattle, not cattle, but maybe horses or something. I'm at work on breaks too. Can't stay long. Hey. Look at this pretty jar, Katie. Just, you use the sponge to put it on and it makes a really pretty texture. Lily taught me that. Okay, I think this is probably going to be a good coat of white. I'm seeing some paint. I had to mix this chalk paint up myself. And my last batch I had got really lumpy and like chalk. I mean, and it was terrible, so I had to pour it out. And then I got the recipe off of the internet to make some more, and I said, well, I'm going to try to make it again without it being lumpy. And this time it's like runny, but when it dries, it's really weird. It goes on kind of runny, but when it dries, it dries thick. It's strange. But I'm getting toward the bottom of it, I think, and that's why I'm starting to see some little lumps. You have to get them off before they dry. Okay, that looks good. I think that's a good coverage there. Alright. So I'm probably going to have to hit this with the blow dryer for a sec. I know! Look at the apron and look! I got paint on it! I know it's what it's for, to keep the paint off of you, but I didn't want to get paint on it. But, oh well. It's so cute. I had to pin it in the back because it was so long. This is my new apron. But I want to put something on it. Like, I think I'm going to do crafting. I'm going to do it both ways. I'm going to do it so it's backwards and forwards. Depending on how my camera is, it'll always say crafting. So people will be able to see it. Okay, so I'm going to get the blow dryer for a sec. Hit this for a second here. Oh my God, y'all, if y'all could see all these cords and things. No, maybe it's not a good idea for y'all to see them. Maybe y'all shouldn't see them. I gotta unplug one because it's like tangled. It's got me tangled up. Alright. Well, that's what I know. Katie, can you hear me when I'm blow drying? I know I got a big mouth. I talk pretty loud. I think it's on low. Yeah, that's low. I'm making a sign. 9.5 by 16. It's going to have Home Sweet Home written on it. Alright, well, got to go back. I'll try to go back on shortly. Okay, I'll be a while, I guess. Depends on how quick things move on. I love chalk paint. It dries so fast. I want to dry fast. I'm like, I got things to do. I ain't got time to watch paint dry. I got to get it done now. Alright. Get some of this out of my way so I can start some stenciling. Now guys, I'll tell you what, I was really disappointed when my stencils didn't show up on time, so I had to improvise. But it's really cool because if anybody of you want to do any kind of stenciling, but it's not something you regularly do, you just want to do one project, very, very economical way to do it because it's free. You can download stencil templates off the internet and just print them on your computer, off your printer. Now, seems very tedious, but after you do about 9 of them, you seem to get a skill pretty quick of how to use a X-Acto knife pretty well. And then you just cut your stencils out. Look how pretty. This is just paper. And it turns out really pretty. So this is what we're going to be using. Yeah, this is good and dry. So I'm going to have home. And I'm actually going to move it down a little bit here. And then I blew my H away, y'all. There it is. So I'll have another one down here. And on this board, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them. The letters are going to come up close to this line. That's my thoughts. But I'm going to look at something. I want to show you. Here's one way. Those little pieces that you cut out your stencil, if you want to know for placement, before you do a stencil, you just lay your pieces on it like this to get kind of a visual what you're going to do. So they're going to kind of go like so. So that will be home. And then I'll get the sweet about right in here, and it'll kind of come out just a little bit. And then that little jar will hook right there. Oh, thank you so much. I wish I could see down here, so I don't have to feel like I'm trying to climb up in the phone. Nice. Thank you. Bless. Thank you so much, Nelda. Okay, so that's basically where the placement for the letters. I guess y'all can see. Let me look over here. Y'all can't really see, can you? That's kind of where the placement of the letters are going to go. I'm looking down there, looking up here, looking down there. Yeah. Okay. And this is, these are Roman letter font, all capital. So that just gives me an idea that I'm going about halfway across. Alright. So I'm not going to use Chalk Couture, because not on these stencils, because Chalk Couture is a much thicker chalk paint, and when you put that on, you have to put it on with these other little stencils. I don't know if anybody's ever used Chalk Couture. You have to, it has like a little screen built inside this little, the stencil template. So it's a little bit different paint. I need another spoon. Alright. I'm just going to put this on here. Now, I'm only going to spray this. I'm not going to thin it down too much, because one thing about when you're doing stencils, I don't know if you do them or not. If you do, you know you do not want your paint to be too runny, or it will run underneath your stencil and bleed in your paint. It's not pretty. I mean, it's normally fixable, but it's extra work to fix it. But I do need it to smear well. Thank you. Is anybody, y'all celebrating 4th of July? I know a lot of people do picnics or go out of town. I was trying to figure out, like, some people have traditions that they do, or certain picnics or places they go, or it's like every year we used to have to go to the lake. That was a long time ago. But it was like every year we had to go down to the lake. Everybody had to come. Same old lake, same old place, all the time for years. Or you go to a cookout, and you always are the one bringing that one specific dish all the time. So do y'all have any traditions if you celebrate 4th of July? Do y'all have traditions or things you do every single year? Okay, so now I think I could probably sit down for this. Okay. Where's my thing would stay right there? I don't know what's happened. It's staying on my phone. But y'all, I can't read that far away. I should have put one of my contacts in. I got one contact. I wear one contact so I can see far away, and then I keep the other one out so I can see up close. But sometimes it's still kind of weird. A cookout. Yeah. Do you have like a favorite dish that you always take every year? I used to do macaroni salad every year, and I was very particular. It's like, it's got to be tomatoes, peppers, and onions, and Duke's mayonnaise, elbow macaroni. It was like, it has, and cucumbers. That's all I wanted in it. It was like, this is the way you make it. I'm like, I don't want anybody else to make it because somebody puts relish in it, which to me is gross, or cheese, or eggs. I'm like, why? Why put all that in it? But some people love it like that. So I was always like, bring the macaroni salad. But now my daughter makes macaroni salad. Just like I made it. And I love it. Okay. So y'all, once I start, it's on here. I get nervous when I get it started at first. I'm trying to figure out how close I want it. Because I want to make sure I can fit everything on here. Watermelon balls and kill. That sounds good. Do you make the little watermelon basket too to put it in? Do you cut your watermelon so it looks like a little basket? It's hard for me to see. I wish I could see through these. But the one thing about doing this rustic look, it does not have to be perfect. And even by using these stencils, even though they're paper, they're not going to be perfect. The lines are not going to be perfectly straight, but it actually looks good. I made a big farmhouse sign 2 nights ago, and I actually used the stencils because the ones that came in were too big. They were too wide for the board. And so I used paper stencils, and it turned out really, really pretty. I was really surprised. Okay, so, and about when you're doing the stencil, don't put too much paint on it for, lightly do it. And this is just black chalk paint. And this paper, when you start getting it wet, it kind of will stick and kind of hold itself. Well, I said that too soon, didn't I? Can y'all see fine? Is the lighting okay? If you need any more lighting, I can cut another light on. I just thought about that. There's all these little things before I go live I try to remember to do. And then once I go live, it's like one thing I always forget. I was like, oh man. Just like I never, ever, ever remember to share my live to my personal page before I sit down and start the live. I can't remember all that. It's like, when that red light goes on, it's action. And I'm not going to make this like completely black. It's just going to have a little bit of, some of it to be kind of thin. Not too thin, but thinner. Alright, y'all. Here goes. Oh, that looks good. I can't believe how well it does. Can y'all see that? Look how pretty. Well, it looks pretty to me, but yay. Now for the O, well, I better not put it on there yet because it's still wet. I can see that happening. So I'm going to come right down below it. Go ahead and put the other one right here. Try to kind of match it up. It might not be perfect. I'm just going to eyeball it. A little bit thick. I was glad these stencils worked because I really didn't want to freehand do this. I mean, I would have done it, but I didn't really want to. It takes longer to freehand. And my stencils are still not due to come in till next week. And I was like, I want to do this weekend. I don't want to wait till next week. All right. Love it. I'm just going to pop that with the blow dryer for 1 sec just to make sure. That's one thing about doing this. It gets, this blow dryer makes it noisy. Hey, Connie, how you doing? 1 second. I'm going to do this little quick blow dryer. I can make sure nothing flies across the table. Comments, they keep going away. So are you all relaxed at work? This is paper stencils, Connie. It's so cool. I just downloaded them off the internet. There's this one site. I'd have to send you that site in case you ever want to do this. And you don't have to go and buy expensive stencils. I mean, it's nice to have them because, to tell you the truth, I don't want to have to be cutting them out with an X-Acto knife all the time. But in a pinch, it's okay. Alright, so one thing about when you do this O, you have to kind of line it up and just hold that center. And I don't want to put any tape on it to hold it with tape because I don't want the tape to peel my paint off the board. And I wish I could see through it, but I can't see through it. So I could tell. But I've been making such nice stuff lately. I just love some of the stuff I've been making. And I'm like, oh, I can't keep it. I want to keep it. I shifted it, y'all. I'd like to get some of that. I was gonna buy it. It's that spray adhesive that you put on. It's just temporary, and it's for stencils. That can was like $8 and something. Now I don't know if it's like a one-time spray and it lasts on there, kind of be tacky maybe for a few times, or it's just one-time use and then you have to spray it every single time. I just don't know. Hello. I guess you're already at work. Because you're not driving. You're not supposed to be driving and texting. I think you said you're probably already there at this time. Okay, let's see. Alright, here we go. Yay! That's so hard to see. Trying to measure. I'm just guessing, y'all. I want to make me a great big sign for my porch. It has welcome on it, and the letters are like, I think they're 8 inches tall, maybe. They're big. I got this real big piece of treated lumber that where we was putting our little building up. Thank you, Lily. And it's still kind of like green. It's got some kind of chemicals in it. And I'm like, I want to paint it now. My husband's like, you can't paint it now. It's poisonous. It's not good for you. I'm like, well, I'm not going to eat off of it. I just want to paint it and put it on the porch. But he's like, you're not supposed to fool with it right now. I'm like, but I want to hurry up and get it painted because I want to put it on my porch. Connie, you been doing any crafts? I know you was working on your bedroom. Time to decorate your porch. I haven't even put out... I guess I have to wait till July 1st to put my patriotic wreath out. Oops. Yeah, I don't think I can use these. I almost was only going to make one set of stencils. And then I got to thinking, since they're paper, they'll probably not be very easily to put back down and use it twice. Because they start curling up. And they do. Okay, I'm going to cut this on, y'all. I can clear my table easy. Other papers just flying around the oven. That works good. See how high it is. I think that's good. I'm literally eyeballing it. I think this needs to go slightly like that. Like, where do I hold it? I was thinking I would love to have a Cricut, but I saw one at Walmart today. Now, I don't know what model it is, because it was like $200 and I think it was $29. But I'm thinking they have one's more expensive than that. It's almost like close to $300. But I was thinking how nice it would be for when I want to do stencils or some kind of little design or something. That was expensive. And the little paper and all the stencil paper, it was expensive. I think this shifted a little bit. This did shift. Get it lined back up. Might have enough on it, but I feel like I need one more coat on this one side. I guess the best time to buy one of those. Now, Hobby Lobby had a, I think a 60% coupon off. And then they have a 40 one, but I don't know if the 60 one was for that one or not. I had thought that ran, y'all. I thought I made a mess, but, yay. The one thing I like about this Roman font is you've got these really skinny lines, and then you got the fat lines, a combination. Where one of them had to order because I couldn't find the size. I think both lines are like thick, and I like the skinny and fat. I think it looks prettier. If I don't get it right, it will bug me, and I know the customer will be, if it's out of line just a little bit, and they see it every day because she's going to put this on her porch. Could you imagine if something's crooked and you got to look at something crooked every day? I mean, no. I can't have that. Well, I couldn't give it to her if it was crooked. I'd have to fix it. That just wouldn't go. You know, I wanted to make some of those little firecrackers. Have you ever seen those? They're made out of like 2x4s or 4x4s, and you drill a hole in the top, and you put like a little rope in it for the wick. I wanted to make some big ones, really big, to put on my front porch. I said that last year. I didn't do it this year. I forgot. All right, almost there. I better hit it with the blow dryer just to make sure. Dries pretty fast. I've been working hard all week. I haven't got in my swimming pool not once this week. I think I got in it Sunday. That's it. When I first got that pool, I lived in that pool. As soon as I came home from work, I had to hurry up and eat, go change, and get in that swimming pool. Now, my swimming pool just sits out there all by itself. I think my husband gets in it now more than I do, and he used to not. But we need to get some rain because the level on the pool is going down a little bit. I'm going to have to put the hose in it. I hate doing that because we're on a well. I hate to use my well water. Only because I don't want to wear out my pump. So I like a little free water from the sky. So 2 weeks ago we had so much rain that I was actually having to drain water out of the pool. The whole time I'm seeing it running out, I'm going, oh, look at that liquid gold just running out in the yard or down in the woods. I did pretty good eyeballing that, getting it straight. I think this one's a little bit closer. Somewhere one of these is a little bit closer. I can tell where it's off just a tad. But I think it's okay because they're not too... Make sure it's not too far away from it. something. I gotta line it up with these and line it up with that one. But I can't believe that June is going to be over. Over. Tomorrow. Half a year, y'all will be. We'll be shopping for Christmas. I guess I'm gonna have to start making fall and yeah, Halloween, Christmas stuff soon. Oh, one little spot. Where's my tiny brush? Don't need a lot. I just want a tiny bit. Just a teeny bit. Just like the edges to be kind of got a little bit too light. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I can't reach the water. Alright, I'll turn this around. You can see. I know it'll be backwards, but at least you can see how it actually, not too bad for paper stencils. Can't believe that. Looks pretty good. Alright, let me let that. I'm going to let this dry before I put those middle stencils on because I don't want them to stick to the white. So while this is drying, I hope my glue gun's still on. Yeah, because I'm going to make something for that. I need the glue gun for something. Okay, so I'm going to let this set just for a little bit. And I'm going to, let me fill this bottle. Oh, man, it really covered so well. That looks so good. And it's got a nice texture to it and everything. I think that's dark enough. What do you think? I think that shows up okay. And if you have some, she said she's got like lavender and eucalyptus and stuff she's going to put in it. I think it'll show up. So I'm going to put some twine around it. But then I'm going to have to make a little hanger for it. And, but I want to make a little decoration for it too. I'm going to put this right here. So it can be drying. And I want to make this little flower. Let me get my twine. And I've got to put a hook on there. Now this part, y'all, I'm winging this on how to attach it. But I saw if I can even open this thing up. Where is the end? There it is. I think I'm going to let this go around the bottom. Let me get my wire cutters. I don't have everything at my fingertips because I don't have room on this table. Alright, so I think this is going to be, I might have to wrap it around twice. I know this bottle won't be heavy, and I don't know if she's going to put water in the bottle to have live flowers, or if she's just going to do dry flowers. Put a clamp around the neck to hold the jar. One of those screw clamp, what do you call those things? Those metal ones? Put a clamp around the neck to hold the jar. I think there's one in the basement. think you're talking, is it that, how does that metal clamp that has a little screw on it and you turn it to tighten it? Oh, wait a minute. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, I'm still waiting. It's delayed. Yes. Oh, darn. Okay, so I guess what I'll do, I'll have to go find it in the basement. One that fits. I don't think I have one in my... You know, I was just messing with one the other day. Alright. Shoot. Alright, I'll hold that off for a moment. I'll make a flower. I was going to make one to go on the ribbons when it goes around it. So I might have to just get the decoration part together, finish that, and then get my clamp and attach this later. I'll put my... Now, when you put the clamp, they keep going away. Okay, hang on. Yes, it will hold the jar better. Okay, so now, when I put the clamp on, do you have some kind of like a little hook or something? Because I'll show you. I saw this other one where they took a hook. Maybe it wasn't like this one. And they had it hooked right here. Or maybe right in here. And this had like a little loop on the back. And it was hanging on it. So with that clamp going around it, do I have to put like a little wire in there to make a loop? I guess maybe. Because I think, at first what I was going to do was I was going to drill 2 holes in the wood and just run the wire all the way around the whole wood. But then it would have been permanent on there. And I thought, well, what if she puts water in it? She needs to drain the water out. I use a hook like that one. So now does that clamp just sits in this hook right here? I know they have little holes, like little vertical holes in it. I wish this thing wasn't delayed. It's like 10 seconds. I have all this stuff out. Okay, I'm going to try to make a little flower. I need to just... And this is just going to be to put in the twine around the neck for decoration. What's the back? Where's the front? There's the back. I just want to do this. It's too hard to do it the other way. Let me just do that. That just takes too long. Ow. Ow. Hot. Oh. I thought it was stuck to the paper. I'm like, uh-oh, just glued the whole newspaper to it. Lift it, Lord, it sticks. Ow, 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 hot. No. Use a hook. Whoops. And hook it to the back of the jar. Okay. My brain's not comprehending. All of a sudden it'll click and I'll go, oh, that's what you mean. Give this flower a little life. petals were too flat. That will be cute on the side of the jar. What's the twine on it, I think. Let me see the side. Whoops, it's hard to see. I think that'll kind of decorate it a little bit. And I need to put the button in it. I'm thinking this button is the same color as the jar. Aww. Oh, it's the same color as the jar. Which looks cute. Or this dark, another different color brown to bring in another color of brown. I don't know if you can see that one. I have to look down here. It's so small on my phone up there. I think I might have liked the little lighter one. Let me look. Either one. I think either one. This one is the exact color. Kind of like, I think I like that one. Alright, now I could glue that on, but I think I'm gonna stitch that on so that it will have some texture in it. And I think I'm going to use, I'm gonna actually use black. To pull the black into it. Kind of pull it together. Okay. I'm getting everything out for this little thing. Oh, this is like curled up like crazy. I was worried about this thing drying, but making these little flowers like this will definitely give this thing time to dry. Alright, so I need to go up through the bottom. And this will be hard going through glue. Oh my god, am I going to be able to go through the glue? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, y'all. Alright, I'm just going to go through this and then glue this on. Next, make an X. Wow, it's like way too much to waste. There we go. Y'all, I'm making this up as I go on some of this stuff. Just winging it. These scissors are not made for material or thread or nothing. They're like so, they're just for paper. There. Okay. All right. I put this little table up behind me temporarily, but that temporarily has turned into forever. Ouch, ouch. All right. So once I get my twine on there, which I need to figure out how I'm going to do that, I'll have to glue this on. don't know if I want to make it. So I got to figure out where that little hook's going to go. That clamp, I guess, is going to go. Then I'm really going to probably have to put that clamp on. I'm going to have to wrap a lot of twine around it. I guess I'll cover it up. I'm going to have to figure that one out. I know what I'll do. I'll probably put. Let me get an idea how much I might need. I know this looks crazy. I could put burlap over that metal thing if the clamp shows. Alright, so I'm thinking this much. I'm going to put this flower right in the center. Here. I need another piece of burlap. I'm going to put this in the center, in behind this, so it will hold it inside of it. Popsicle stick, because this booger's going to be hot. Ouch. Making like a hair bow. Don't cover the clamp. Okay. Alright, so I'm thinking when that dries, I can take this and tie it around. Or maybe I'm like on the side. And I'll just keep wrapping all this around it just to decorate the jar. But then I gotta put my clamp on somehow. I gotta figure out the clamp thing. So I'll have to go downstairs and find my clamp thing. I think we had some down there. I swear. We're in the middle of moving the little workshop, all our tools and stuff in the basement outside to the building. So mostly everything is in boxes. So I have to figure out where it is, and then that's why I'm moving down there. So once I get that, I'm just going to temporarily put this on there until I can find the clamp, just so that I can see what it looks like, kind of decorated. And then later when I finish it, I'll go on and finish the sign. I'm just trying to get it on there just so you can see it. I feel like I'm all thumbs, y'all. I just want to look at it. I need this one longer. Okay, just for the time being, just going to do this. There. Just so I can see it. There it is, kind of. Sort of. I think that's cute. Let me see. I know it's not perfect, but I think that will show up. I think it shows up okay on the white. Let me see. I have to get a visual I can see it in front of me. Yeah, I think that'll show up. With some purple lilac in it, I think it'll be pretty. Alright, so let me clean off this mess here. And let's put on the next letter. Other words. I have so much stuff out. Just move a little bit so I can clear my... I need a spot. Okay. Get this out of the way. I'm not going to use that one. Now, for my chocateur, I'm going to need my little bucket of water. Because those stencils have to get in the water right away. Thank you. Okay. Alright, now, let me get the other stuff out. I love to use chalk-a-tour stuff. I have to scrape all my paint. I've got so much globs of paint in there. To be careful. The other day I was putting the top on and it kind of jerked a little bit and paint splattered across my sign I had just painted, and I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. Alright, I need some room here because I feel like I'm getting claustrophobic with all this stuff piled up around me. Okay. So this font is, it's supposed to be the cursive font that you can connect all together, but these don't have very many little tails for connecting. Alright, and I don't know if you've ever used Chalk-a-tour paste. It's really, really thick. And it doesn't take a whole lot. I just do a couple squirts and then and it's a lot thicker than chalk paint. It's not runny at all. It's more like cream cheese, I guess. But you want it to be really smooth, like icing on a cake. Smooth like that. There we go. Alright, so now I have to line this up. And this one is going to be, the girl sent me a sign she wanted. Of course, it's not going to look identical to the sign because she wanted it in different colors and different size. So they've got it starting around, the S is right under the O. But it's not straight. It's like a weird, I've got a little picture of it over here. It's kind of like crooked a little bit. I don't want to stick it to the top. I'm just going to stick it right here. That's a little high. It's a little high. That's one thing about this. I'm worried when I stick it on this chalk paint. There. Okay. That's one thing I like about these stencils. When you put it down, it stays. It stays where you want it to. You're ready to pull it up. And it just takes a teeny tiny bit. I love Chalk-a-tour stencils, but they're expensive. But you can use them over and over and over again. You have to take care of them. But they don't have as, once you pull them off, look how pretty. And the one thing about these, they have a screen in it. Some of the screen is solid, so that you'll see the little spot that'll have little lines in it, like white lines where the paint didn't go on it. And that's, I guess, to make it look like it's old, aged, which is really cool. And I'm just dropping it after I pull them off. I just drop them down in water so that chalk paint doesn't dry inside that screen. Oh, but I gotta blow dry. Let me put this over it because it dries fast. Let me lay that over there for a moment. Slide off. Yeah. That one's kind of straight, but because my cat don't even jump up here. She has, whew, she's gone. Bad habit jumping up on the table. I have to close the door. I didn't even know she was in here. I can't believe she was over there sleeping in my sewing machine chair. She gets in this chair, I'll get up to do something and turn around and she'll be right underneath me. I'm like, girl, I'll sit on you. I mean, literally end up sitting on her. I just love this stuff. I would like to get more stencils, but they don't have as many as I would think they would have. Right? And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, like, right in here, see where that little white spots are? That's where the screen has the little solid holes so it doesn't let the paint go all the way through. It's really cool. Alright, hit that with the dryer. Whoops. Don't want to dry out my good stuff. I love when they do different fonts on the sign, so it's not just one. I think it makes it look pretty. I did a sign, I guess about a week ago. It had like 4 or 5 different colored planks. The planks must have had about, I think it was 7 different planks, and then it was like 4 or 5 colors. And then I had different fonts and kind of in each one of them. Oh, so pretty. It turned out so pretty. I don't think my tea is going to come out where I want it to. But I wanted it out here. But you know what? I think it's okay. I just got to make sure. I wanted it farther out, but I think it'll be alright. I wish I would have spaced it more. Let's see. I could bring this out a little bit more. And then once that one's there, put this one here. This tea's still not going to make it all the way out to the end. That might work like that. Yeah, that might work. Just hoping to get this little line to come on out some. Thank you. Don't always know when you start something how it's going to execute when you've never done it before. I mean, you see it in your mind and you think, oh, just put that there, that there, that there, but you don't always know. This one I'll have to wash. Now I got a blob right there, but I have found if I let it dry completely, I can take the X-Acto knife, because I put like 3 layers of this chalk paint on, and I can actually scrape it right off. No! No, 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 no. No, you can't do that. I'm going to shut you out. I didn't think she was going to come back. Catch her quick. She will get all the way up in here. She loves to get on this table. She thinks this is hers. And she's nosy. She has to look at everything, touch everything. She'll pick stuff up and jump off the table with it. And I'm like, oh, excuse me, that's mine. You need to bring it back. She's funny. She's our, just a stray cat that came around and just adopted us. She came around winter time. And, it just started getting cold. I mean, we were feeding her, and then when it got too chilly, you know, she had made her a cat home that was insulated and all. But then it got way too cold, so, and it was going to, you know, just way too cold. And I said, she's not going home, or she's done lost her way. She doesn't know where her home is, or where she used to live. They moved away. We don't know what happened. So we brought her in during the winter, and we thought, well, when it warms up, if she decides to find her owner later, then she will. But no, she adopted us. She's real sweet. But man, she's into everything. Yesterday she was actually opening up a cabinet where her food is. She went over there and she started pulling it open. I'm like, well, go on, open the Tupperware container and you can just feed yourself. I'm going to try to just space this a little bit. I'm not going to make it touch. Let's see if that's going to work. I think that might work. I just wish I would have made it a little bit wider, but I think it doesn't have to be exact. It can be close. This stuff's everywhere. I just got to fix this. It got on my thumb, then it got up here. It's getting on everything. Making a mess. Let's start off clean with it. Got to be clean or something. And it's just, look at that. And this stuff, whatever the dye is that they use in it, it's the pigments are really really strong. You get the red on you, it's like getting red lipstick in carpet. It just stains. I don't know what. Now that's better. Now it's better. I don't know why that didn't stick. It's almost like the sticky stuff on the back. Yeah, that one did better. Much better. That little blob on there. That seldom does the chocolate just mess it up. I think it just didn't. The adhesive on the back of it, on that one, because I use the ease a whole lot. I think it's just a little more adhesive on it. You got to break down and buy that spray glue. Ugh. Don't want to, but I can feel them. Because when you first buy them and you peel them off these little things, if you put them down right away, they stick really bad. And you have to do, they call it linting, where you take it and stick it on your clothes and get lint on it so it's not so sticky. But now it's not as sticky at all. Okay, I wanted this to come out a little bit. Dang, that's what I keep doing. It's on that edge of that jar. When I lay it on there, it keeps getting that big blob on it. I mean, I don't mind the paint getting on me, but it just gets messy, and I'm afraid I'll get the paint on the board not where I want it. And then it's just more work to fix it and clean it up. Okay. It's not exactly, I didn't mean for it to be completely straight, but I guess it's okay. Like that. Actually, I wanted the whole word sweet to be shifted a little bit so that T came out here, but once I put the jar, here, let me put the jar up here. That'll balance it off, I think. It'll balance it. I think that will work. My thumb's sticking out. Let me stick my thumb in there out of the way. Yeah. I think that might work. Alrighty. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm not going to attach it yet. Because I got to go down in the basement and look for one of those clamps. And then I have to figure out how I'm going to get the that thick rope on the top. I think I'm going to put two I got some thick eyelets down in the basement. I'm going to put in the top, and then I'm going to run the rope through it and then tie a knot around it so you can't see them, because I didn't want those little eyelets showing. I didn't really want the metal showing, but it might look good though. We'll see. So I guess I'm going to let this dry, go find that stuff, clean up that little spot, and then after I finish it, I'll post a picture of it. And let you see how it completely turned out. And Lily, gosh, Lily, thank you for hanging in here this whole time with me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your advice and everything. I didn't ask, do you have so you don't have a business, or do you sell any of your crafts or anything? Do you have a page that your people are liking and following? Believe all this stuff I got out on this table for this little project. Lots of stuff. Lots and lots. It's a mess. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I think I'm gonna make some signs. I might get some tomorrow. Sometimes only at craft fairs locally. I've been wanting to do a craft fair. Trying to decide which ones to do. We've got one at the lake that I think would be a nice one to do. I didn't really want to do the one in the big park downtown. I just don't know if there's so many crafters there. So many. It's just like overflowing. And I just don't know if we get... It's just a mixture. I don't know how many... You get a lot of customers, but I don't know how many customers are there to purchase crafts, more as they're there to eat the vending food and to listen to the music. Because they always had this... They got this big music stadium there where all these different bands, genres, all kinds come in play. A lot of people just go there and hang out and listen to music. And then they have the crafters way kind of up on the hill, and it's just flooded with crafters. Yeah, so that, I know there would be a lot of traffic. I just don't know if it's the right traffic for wreaths and things that I do. And I'm sure there's a lot of competition there. So I kind of wanted to maybe do it in places, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. And I don't even know how I'm supposed to put this stuff up, when you got to hang it out there. So I have to look into all that. I know I could transport it okay. It's just a matter of unloading, hanging it all up, figuring out how to hang it all up. Very small hometown. Yeah. Now I live in Boone's Mill, and I think it's like 6,000 people in Boone's Mill. Now, I'm only like 17 miles from the city, which is a lot bigger there, in whatever direction I want to go in. But they have a little fair here. It came around too quick. I just started my business in March, so I was the end of I registered my name, but then I didn't cut my store on for 2 weeks because I was making inventory for 2 solid weeks. So I didn't have enough ready to get in the fair, the craft show down there. So I have to do it next year and get some apple butter. They always sell apple butter all the time. I think that's what it's called, the Apple Butter Festival. It's not really a festival. I like to have a whole lot. I mean, it's really tiny. It's like one little road. One tiny little block road. Yeah. So, but there's all over. I mean, I could go far if I wanted to, but you know, that's hauling all that stuff. We have a trailer, but not a covered trailer. So I'm just gonna take it slow and see what happens. I did email or replied to somebody on their Facebook page. They was asking for vendors, so I did reply to her, told her I was interested in giving her my page and everything, and hopefully when she's ready to get that all set up, that maybe she'll pick me to be one. I don't know. Just don't know. There's a lot of crafters out there. Well, I guess I'll get off here and go see what I can find. Get that clamp and get this done, and then I'll post it and show you. And again, thank you for hanging out with me to the end. And come on back anytime. Appreciate your company and your help and stuff. And you have a really good evening, and you have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Lily.